Hello friends, welcome back to Silent Money. So the day he had been waiting for had finally arrived. He received the email with the news he had been praying for. Job offer, junior associate. For Alex, this was it. The culmination of late nights, unpaid internships and student loans. The salary promised a new life. The first paycheck felt like a golden ticket. That evening, Alex went to a fancy restaurant. For the first time, Alex ordered an expensive steak. It was a taste of success. The daily homemade coffee seemed lackluster. A trip to the trendy cafe became a new morning routine. It was the feeling of someone who had arrived. A search for a new apartment began. A better coffee, a nicer flat, a new wardrobe. But the ladder was resting against a wall that was starting to crumble. This is where lifestyle creep comes in. It's a quiet predator. It moves like a slow, unseen leak. A slightly more expensive lunch. A subscription that you barely use. Each drop seems insignificant. As your income grows, your expectations grow with it. You find yourself browsing for newer models. This is the great deception of lifestyle creep. It masquerades as progress. Every dollar spent now is a dollar not saved for your future. The leak is draining your potential wealth. You are earning more, but you're not getting any wealthier. Incremental spending can redefine your vision of the future. When you were a student, your financial goals were very simple. Pay off debt, build an emergency fund, and save for a modest home. These goals seemed achievable with discipline and a frugal lifestyle, promising financial security and freedom. But as lifestyle creep takes hold, that vision blurs. Immediate gratification becomes tangible, while saving for the future feels abstract. The small luxuries of today feel more important than financial independence tomorrow. The goal shifts from freedom to needing a bigger paycheck to sustain an expanding lifestyle. You're trapped on a hedonic treadmill, running faster just to stay in the same place emotionally. This is how wealth is destroyed, not dramatically, but through 1,000 small cuts, sacrificing your financial future for a slightly more comfortable present. The future of choice and freedom is replaced by a future of obligation, forever working to pay for the life you have built. Lifestyle creep or lifestyle inflation is when spending increases as income grows. Think of it as a set of golden handcuffs, a more expensive car lease, a membership to an exclusive gym, a bigger mortgage. They are shiny, impressive symbols of your success that lock you into a certain way of life. They tether you to your high-paying job. The freedom you thought the money would bring is an illusion. You certainly can't afford to lose your job, as the monthly outgoings are now formidable. The life you have built, brick by expensive brick, now owns you. So what is lifestyle creep? It is the gradual expansion of your wants until they become your needs, that lock you into a cycle of earning more only to spend more. It is the single greatest threat to a young professional's ability to build true, lasting wealth. Why do we fall into this trap? The answer lies deep within our human psychology. We are creatures of comparison. We measure our success against those around us. When you enter a new professional world, you're suddenly surrounded by new peers. You see where they live, you see what they drive, you see where they go on vacation. Subconsciously, a new standard is set. To feel like you belong, you begin to emulate their spending habits. It's not about greed, it's about fitting in. It's a powerful, primal instinct. Furthermore, we're wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain. Spending money provides a hit of dopamine, a chemical associated with reward and pleasure. That new phone, that designer bag, that weekend getaway, they all provide an immediate thrill. Saving money is delayed gratification. The reward is far off, abstract and uncertain. Our brains choose immediate pleasure over theoretical security. Lifestyle creep is our brain's preference playing out on our bank statement. Another driver is adaptation. Humans are good at getting used to things. The joy from a new apartment quickly fades. Within months, it just feels like home. The thrill of a new car wears off. This is the hedonic treadmill. To get that rush again, you need something better, more expensive. Your happiness baseline resets to a higher level. You're forever chasing a fleeting feeling. This cycle is not a character flaw. It's not weakness or lack of discipline. It's the default setting for the human mind. It takes deliberate effort to fight these currents. You must understand that desire for more is a horizon you can never reach. The key is not to earn more so you can spend more. The key is to define what enough means to you. It's a battle fought in the mind, not the bank. Consider the journey of your own life. As you begin to earn, the definition of normal begins to stretch. These upgrades simply become the new baseline, the new normal. This recalibration happens across every aspect of your life. The danger of this new normal is how quickly it solidifies. Once accustomed to a certain level of comfort, it's incredibly difficult to go back. What you fail to register is the invisible cost, your freedom, the freedom to choose a different path. The most important step is to recognize this shift, to see your new normal not as a fixed reality, but as a set of choices that can and should be questioned. Let's consider Maya, a bright young architect. Her impressive salary fueled her dream, buying a home. She aimed to save $40,000 in 3 years. Initially, she saved diligently, but the city's allure and colleagues' habits led to expensive lunches. She then upgraded to a luxury apartment. Within 2 years, her lifestyle transformed. Her savings dwindled and her dream house felt distant. The high-cost lifestyle became a demanding reality. Ben, a software engineer, wasn't interested in fancy clothes, but loved technology and cars. After a promotion, his old car felt old and dated. He found the perfect car, a German executive saloon. The price was steep, but the dealer offered an attractive deal. He drove off feeling proud. But the car's cost was more than just the monthly payment. Insurance doubled, servicing was expensive, and new tires cost a fortune. A large part of his income went to the car, causing stress. His dream of financial independence was fading. The car, once a symbol of success, became an anchor, trapping him. Then there is Chloe, a marketing manager who loved to travel. She'd mastered budget backpacking in university, making her money stretch in Southeast Asia. As her career progressed, she continued to explore, but with more comfort. Boutique resorts replaced hostels and business class replaced budget airlines. Travel became about luxury and service, but these trips were incredibly expensive. Chloe started using credit cards, intending to pay them off with her bonus. Instead, the bonus funded the next adventure. Her debt grew, jeopardizing her dream of a year-long sabbatical. The freedom she sought was being destroyed by her style of travel. She was trading a life-changing adventure for temporary comfort. The stories of Maya, Ben and Chloe are not unique. The trap is often baited with the same simple, tempting phrase, just a little more. You get a raise and you decide to move to an apartment that is just a little bigger. Each decision seems reasonable, but the danger lies in the slow accumulation. Before you know it, your entire salary increase has been absorbed. You are working harder, but your ability to save has not improved. This is a silent, collective story shared by many young professionals. They earn a good salary, yet they feel constantly broke. They have all the outward signs of success, but they have no real wealth. This is the downward spiral. Imagine meeting your future self 20 years from now. Let's imagine two versions. One followed lifestyle creep, still working long hours because they have to, full of regrets. The other took a different path. They kept their baseline low, finding joy in simple pleasures and appears relaxed, content. They might not work at all. They have little to no debt. Their life is defined by what they are free to do. Both futures are possible. The choices you make decide which one you will inhabit. One of the most powerful traps in the modern world is carried in your pocket, your smartphone. Every time you open Instagram or TikTok, you invite a curated version of the world into your mind. You see friends, colleagues and influencers on beaches in the Maldives, unboxing gadgets, dining in exclusive restaurants. This isn't reality. It's a highlight reel designed to elicit envy. Constant exposure to idealized lifestyles creates an artificial sense of normal, making your own life feel inadequate. Today, you're trying to keep up with thousands of Joneses from all over the world, many paid to tempt you. The trap is chasing a life that doesn't exist using real money. The red flag is feeling discontent after scrolling. If you close the app feeling worse, you've been caught. Social media is a stage, not a documentary. Resisting this siren song requires separating your desires from manufactured wants. The "you deserve it" mindset is a sneaky trap. After a tough week, you reward yourself with expensive shoes, a fancy meal, a spontaneous trip. It feels justified, even necessary, as if spending is the only way to cope or celebrate. But when every challenge or success becomes an excuse to spend, wants turn into emotional needs. Soon purchases aren't about the item, they're about buying relief, comfort, or validation. This creates a costly link between your emotions and your wallet. Good day, spend to celebrate. Bad day, spend to feel better. The cycle is endless. The danger is that your budget becomes an emotional battleground, and healthier, cheaper coping mechanisms are ignored. Notice when you justify a purchase with your feelings instead of its value. Ask yourself, is this a tool that adds value, or am I just trying to feel better? The truth, no material thing can fix an emotional need. The high is fleeting, but the financial impact can last. Real rewards build your future. They don't borrow from it. Break the cycle. Invest in habits that nurture you, not just your spending. In today's world, spending is frictionless. Tap a card, click a button, and money vanishes. Credit cards and buy now, pay later schemes make big purchases feel small and harmless. 4 easy payments sound better than a hefty price tag, but these small commitments add up fast. Soon, you're juggling multiple payment plans, draining your budget without noticing. Easy credit lets you live beyond your means, creating the illusion of wealth while quietly building debt. Once you're used to instant gratification, saving feels impossible. The red flag, carrying a credit card balance or stacking payment plans. If you can't pay for it now, you can't afford it. Credit isn't magic, it's a loan against your future. Relying on it today guarantees a poorer, more burdened tomorrow. Lifestyle creep often hides in the small stuff. Subscriptions, daily coffees, takeout lunches, each expense seems minor, but together they drain your finances. Automated payments and ingrained habits make spending invisible. You don't choose to spend each month, you just forget to stop. The result? Your money disappears and you're left wondering where it went. If you earn well but save little, it's time to investigate. Audit your last 3 months of spending. Highlight every recurring charge and small purchase. You'll be shocked by the total. Ignoring these leaks is like ignoring termites. By the time you notice, the damage is done. Plug the leaks, reclaim your money, and take control. Small changes add up to big savings. Beating lifestyle creep requires a plan. Enter the 50-30-20 rule. Allocate 50% of your after-tax income to needs: housing, bills, groceries, transport, minimum debt payments. If your essentials exceed 50%, your lifestyle may already be too expensive. Next, 30% goes to wants: dining out, travel, hobbies, subscriptions. This is where lifestyle creep strikes the hardest, so set a firm boundary. Finally, 20% is for your future: savings, investments, extra debt payments. This is your wealth-building engine and your shield against lifestyle creep. Pay your future self first. Make it non-negotiable. This simple rule keeps you proactive, not reactive. Enjoy life now, but protect your tomorrow. If you get off track, adjust your categories, not your savings. The blueprint is flexible, but your commitment to your future shouldn't be. Take control. Don't let your money drift. Humans are creatures of habit, so make wealth building your default setting. Automate savings and investments the moment your paycheck arrives. Set up automatic withdrawals to move at least 20% to savings or investments before you can spend it. This pay-yourself-first approach removes willpower from the equation. What's left in your account is yours to spend, guilt-free. When you get a raise, increase your automated savings before upgrading your lifestyle. Even a small boost in savings accelerates your financial freedom. Automation protects you from temptation and lifestyle creep. Save first, spend second. It's a subtle shift with a huge impact. Engineer your success by making the right choice automatic. Automate your wealth so you can live your life with intention. FOMO, fear of missing out, drives us to overspend, chasing every event and trend. Outsmart lifestyle creep by embracing JOMO, the joy of missing out. JOMO is the satisfaction of saying no, finding pleasure in simple, inexpensive activities. It's about valuing your own company and genuine interests over social pressure. True happiness often comes from things that cost little: a home-cooked meal, a walk, a hobby. JOMO means being intentional, spending time and money on what truly matters to you. Don't fill your calendar with obligations that drain you. Choose experiences that align with your values, not just what's popular. The red flag, a packed schedule, and an empty wallet. The sign of JOMO: balance, contentment, and financial security. You don't have to join every race to win the one that matters. Find joy in missing out and freedom in living on your own terms. Lifestyle creep is a slow process. You need a regular, scheduled event to detect and reverse its effects. Just as you might go for an annual health checkup, you must conduct an annual lifestyle audit. This is a dedicated time, at least once a year, where you review every aspect of your spending. It is a moment to take stock, identify any leaks, and make deliberate choices moving forward. This is about awareness and control. By scheduling this financial checkup, you ensure that lifestyle creep never has more than a year to work its dark magic before it is exposed. We have journeyed through the quiet, landscaped gardens of lifestyle creep. Like a vine, it finds small cracks in your financial foundations and begins to grow. This is why lifestyle creep is such a formidable adversary. It does not feel like an enemy, it feels like success. The trap is not the spending itself, but the redefinition of your baseline. The silent thief steals your options, leaving you with a life that is rich in things, but poor in choice. They are cautionary tales that play out every single day. They are caught on a hedonic treadmill. The greatest danger then is ignorance. You are no longer a passive victim. You are a defender of your future. Your financial destiny is not predetermined. It is written in your bank statements, and you are the author. It's about making conscious, deliberate choices based on your own values. True wealth is not what you spend, it is what you keep. A clear budget provides the blueprint. Automating your savings pays your future self first. These are acts of empowerment. Your future is the sum of these small daily choices. Be vigilant, be intentional. Choose to define your own success. The power to create a life of true, lasting freedom is entirely in your hands. Remember, if you don't change what you're doing, you will continue to keep getting what you're getting. Please like, share and subscribe. Until next time, be well and take care.